So, not the greatest news today. We're loading up our trailer, getting ready for our move from Arizona to Wisconsin. And I was loading up a fairly heavy toolbox. Had wheels. The only way I could have done it myself is because it had wheels. I was moving it into the trailer and it tipped. And I tried to stop it from tipping with my left arm. And I didn't use my left arm too much because I didn't want to hurt myself, but I used my left arm enough that it put pressure on the rear part of my delt where my shoulders are just totally shredded as it is. And it was enough to basically make my shoulder feel like I pull tons of muscles. I can't lift anything with my left arm right now. So, the protocol. I'm going to be doing icing every hour. I'm going to be doing a little bit of TENS unit, NMES unit, neurostim therapy on that area to try to calm the nerves and those tendons that are just aggravated. I'm going to be doing percussion massaging and maybe a little red light therapy. And my hope is that in the course of hopefully a very short period of a day or two, I can calm those muscles down so I can get back to doing the work I need to do, because we're supposed to be getting on the road next Saturday to start relocating to Wisconsin. For any of you that have chronic pain or this instability issues in joints, you're not new to this. So this is an explanation for you guys, but to people that don't understand how impactful this is on life, it kind of sucks. I'm trying to load up to get ready to move, and all of a sudden you can't use your left arm. And when you're lifting boxes, it's not very easy to lift boxes with one arm. And so that puts a bit of a damper on things. Or if you're packing and you have things to put over your shoulders, you need functioning body parts as much as possible. And so I've got a good protocol. I'm hopeful that the protocol will work. Icing, red light therapy, nerve stimulation, and I'm gonna have to take a break from my shoulder training, because usually I do shoulders every 3 days to keep the muscles as strong as I can. Heaven knows what would have happened if I hadn't been doing my shoulder routine. I probably wouldn't have the use of my arm, but thankfully I can still lift my arm. I just can't lift any substantial amount of weight with my arm with it right now, with it being aggravated the way it is. So this is the life of someone that has chronic joint instability. Something is pretty minor. The way I described it may not sound minor, but it was minor. A toolbox fell over. I briefly tried to stop it with my hand. I was like, no, that's not going to work. And I pulled my hand away. And that pressure from that light amount of stopping was enough to just jolt all those muscles in the rear of my shoulder, and my shoulder feels like it's back to square one at the starter of all of the training I've been doing. I imagine it's going to be sore for a few days, maybe a little lacking of use. But that's how life goes when you live in a body with chronic joint instability. Certainly could have been worse. It could have been my back, or it could have been my knees. Luckily, I got a steroid injection yesterday in my spine. I was able to get the doctor to get one through sooner to give me some back relief, because my back has been giving me a lot of grief. Steroid injections work pretty quick for me. I start feeling them pretty early on after I get them. So I'm already starting to feel some relief, which is, it's great. I'm feeling the relief in my back. It just sucks that the relief isn't in my shoulder at this exact moment. But we keep going, and we keep doing what we need to do, and we keep putting the work in. But this is another reminder to everyone why I suggest constantly that you need to, I know it's hard, but you need to be strengthening muscles around all of your joints, because the muscles are the only thing holding you together. If you have the Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, or if you have chronic joint instability or any type of other joint connective tissue disorder, if your connective tissues are jeopardized, your choice for holding your body together are your muscles. That's the next level of protection that you have. And if you're not training, and it can be hard, and it can feel like crap, and it can sometimes not work, but if you're not training those muscles, you're leaving yourself wide open to susceptibility for damage.